Hi, you guys. You tuned in to another episode of What? Cole keeps it what? A real. Hi. So today I'm going to talk about health, and it's not the health that you guys maybe think I'm talking about. Even though it has something to do with eating right, healthy as well. So I'm gonna share my experience. On Thursday, this past Thursday, um, I came from getting the kids from daycare. My boyfriend was here, and excuse me, and I put on my little house coat that I usually put on for cooking. So I said, okay, I'm gonna sit here in the bed for like 5 minutes and kind of like just relax for 5 minutes. Okay, so I did that. So as I'm getting up, like pushing up off the bed, because my bed sits really high, pushing up off the bed, getting ready to get up, I got this sharp pain in my left side. And to describe it, just imagine, you stepping on a skeleton and that cracking noise, or stepping on a leaf. That noise that you hear, that's what it felt like on my chest. So I couldn't move for like, I would say 2 to 3 minutes. I could not move. So my boyfriend was like, in my eyes, he could see like something was wrong. Something was really wrong. He said, of course, I couldn't see myself. He said the look on my face, it scared him. So he asked, do you want me to call 911? And I was like numb. I didn't answer him. I just was trying to fight through the pain. So I'm like, breathing. So he said, breathe, breathe, breathe. I'm breathing. And then he asked again, do you want me to call 911? And I said yes. And you could tell he was startled a little bit. He was like, you sure? You sure? And I was like, yes. So he called 911. 911 came. Asked me the common stuff, as I just told you guys, what it felt like. And then they hooked me up to these leads, which I already know, an EKG. And I was like, okay, I see them strapping me now. I'm like, okay, still nothing, still trying to be calm or whatever. So they yelling out numbers, of course, my blood pressure, which I had a good blood pressure. Then I see them wheel me out. So by then, I'm inside back of the ambulance, and I asked the paramedic, why are you taking me if the number's okay? They said, because you told us you was having chest pains. So when you guys have chest pains, if you guys ever have, you can't always go by EKG. You have to get blood work, which I found out. And they also did an x-ray to make sure nothing was on my lungs. Everything came out normal and good. But on my ride there, the guy asked, are you stressed? And in the time, I didn't want to answer because we be so in denial. And I did. I mumbled, yes, I could be. When I got to the emergency room, the doctor asked, are you stressed? And I answered her, yes. So a lot of times we so focused on what we eat, you have to do mental exercises. That's why meditation is good. That's why having that glass of wine is good. It's not all about eating the right thing. As far as health, you have to take care of mental health. Mental health is inside. So I just want to get on here and tell you guys, you know, you have to take care of yourself. And yes, I have cut back that night I got in so late, but that next day I took it light, only eating a little small portion, because I have kids. I want to be here for my kids. And then when they took me, it's like, as a human, we're always worried about something, because as they was taking me to the hospital, because they took me in the ambulance, and I'm like still stressed, because then I'm gonna get this bill for $3 million, as it feel like I can't afford that. So that's gonna add more stress when the bill comes. But in my head, I already done put it, I'm not paying it. So there goes that stress, because I was a bit pissed, because I was like, my boyfriend could have took me to the emergency room if y'all would told me. Then my supervisor talked to me and said, well, what if you was really having a heart attack, or you could have been having a stroke? What if? You know, you can't worry about those things. You can't worry about what you cannot control. You need to worry about what you can control. So in times every day, like I say we're human, because we all have the same feeling, the same thought process sometimes. So that bill, when it comes, I will look at it just to see how much it costs. But in my mind, I know I'm not paying it. I'm stressed now because I'm at a job I don't want to be at. And it's just not the job. Oh, people say, oh, you can find another job. When you have your destiny and it's your calling, and you feel as though nothing else matters, but you're just trying to figure out how you need to get to that next level, to get in the work field that you want to do, not what someone else, the doctors, the lawyer, none of that don't excite me. Sitting with bosses, talking boss move, doing boss stuff, doing boss move, that excites me. So, and I know it comes from that. The stress level comes from that. In my mind, I knew I had to work the next day, so I'm prepping for the next day. I get up at 4:30 to start prepping to be to work. That next day, I went to work at 10 o'clock. I did not feel no anxiety, no nothing, because I wasn't rushed. Waking up at 4:30 in the morning, trying to get yourself ready, your kids, and that's stress. Something so little, someone says, oh, well, prep the night before. You can prep the night before. That's fine. But to get up a 2-year-old, put her on her clothes, and then got to go to work. So I tell people I work before I get to work. Yes, that's my child. But if I was doing what I wanted to do, baby, go finish eating your food. Go sit down and eat, okay? No, go finish eating your food. But if I was in my work field, what I wanted to do, I could get up at a decent time, take my kids to daycare, take my kids to camp, and knowing that the enjoyment that I'm not going to feel a way about going to work. So mental health. So, and then the doctor said you're suffering from anxiety as well. And yes, that's true. And the anxiety kicks in when I'm trying to figure out ways. My mind is going, and I won't even say 190%, 150% of the day I'm thinking of a way out. So I'm not in prison. But I just think about someone when they're in prison, how their mind is like how to get out. And that's where I'm at with life. How to get out. How to get out of debt. How to get out of this job. How to come up with ways to make it out. I don't want my kids to go through what I'm going through at a job you don't want to be at. It's not healthy, as you can see what happened to me on Thursday. And as well, it's a wake-up call to some people, to your spouse or whoever. It could be a wake-up call that you can't take your partner, your significant other for granted. So you may have to step up, and she normally do the dishes, or he normally do the dishes. Maybe you need to do the dishes or the laundry, or a better way of taking care of the kids. This scenario taught me a lot. You can't just depend on that one person, because like I tell people, at these jobs, they it's like they lose it when the software go down. They lose it when a machine go down. The machine gets tired. Software gets tired. It's like you have to reboot. Nothing lasts forever. Not even a penny, because guess what? You have to spend that very penny. Yep, 1 cent. 1 cent you may have to spend. When you run out of dollars, you refer to your change. Your cents. So, I just wanted to get on here and share my experience. I'll be back. As you can see, my little one is taking over my video. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of what? Cold Kids Said What? Real. Thanks. Bye. Bye.